For attorneys, the following is not based on true events, not based on real people. It is all alleged events that have possibly have or have not have happened. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into today's story. Uh, this is a depressing one. So this girl was, she says, about 24 to 25 years old, and she went to treatment because she was extremely traumatized from sexual abuse she had endured her entire life by a very close family member, and she ended up turning to drugs. So she goes to treatment, hoping to work on that trauma, get off drugs, and become a productive member of society, just like the rest of us. Within a few days of being there, she got involved with a male client, which, it wasn't too out of the ordinary, just your typical rehab romance. Um, there was a few therapists that were at this facility. There was the male therapist who was in charge. He demanded to be her therapist because he wanted to work with her through her sexual trauma. It doesn't sound right off the bat, but that's what he wanted to do. So he learned that she was seeing this male client. He begged her to stop. He pleaded with her, telling her, it's going to kill her. Basically, almost got on his hands and knees and begged her to stop dating this guy. And then he snuck her phone out of her client belongings so she can have a phone in treatment, and that way he could text her. Over the next couple days, he was texting back and forth with her, and he was trying to get her to leave treatment to celebrate his birthday with him. Um, in the text, that's what he said. He also said that, say that there's a family member coming to pick you up, and then I'll come get you. He didn't know that she was still dating the client, so she backs out. She felt pressured the entire time. Her intention was never to go with him or do that. She was pressured. I mean, he was, an authoritative figure over her. So usually, what would happen is the boyfriend of this girl would usually be kicked out or whatnot, but he had good insurance and he was almost 30 days sober. So the male therapist, we'll call him the leader, uh, gave the guy a job and put him up in an apartment so that way he wouldn't be on site with her, but that way he could still bill the guy's insurance. Well, within one night of that happening, the male client, the boyfriend, passed away from an overdose his first night in that apartment. You don't put somebody with 30 days sober in an apartment and give them a job immediately. You just don't do that. Now, this girl was obviously distraught, and she wasn't. They wouldn't allow her to go to the funeral. They wouldn't give her permission to leave treatment to go attend his funeral. The day after the funeral, this girl finds out she's pregnant. So at this point, the leader sees his way back in. He goes to the girl and he tries to convince her with everything he has to have an abortion. She's on the fence. She's back and forth. He's doing everything he can to convince her to have the abortion because that's his way back in. Now his competition's passed away. As long as he gets rid of this baby, he's good to go. Now, unfortunately for him, fortunately for her, she decides to keep the baby. She doesn't want to have the abortion, and she gets the fuck out of there alive with the baby in tow. Happy ending for her. Unfortunately for another woman, it's going to get worse in the next episode.